Ultrabooks are getting more and more popular these days, but not everyone finds a 13.3-inch laptop suitable for daily use. So here's where devices like the 2012 version of the Dell XPS 14 could come on scene. The Dell XPS 14 is a stylish Ultrabook, although slightly beefier than the average devices in this class, but also more powerful and able to last longer on a single charge. But is this combo good enough to catch potential buyers? Watch the rest of this clip and you'll find out. Taking the Dell XPS 14 out of the box, you'll quickly realize that this is a very beautiful laptop, as Dell uses a mix of silver, aluminum and black rubbery plastic for the entire body. Yes, the overall shape and the lid's design look a lot like what we've seen on Apple's MacBook Pro, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The underbelly and the interior scream Dell though. The bottom part is covered in this black plastic with grills on the front for the speakers and on the back for the cooling exhaust. Lifting the lid, there's the same rubbery finish used for the interior. In fact, the entire design is so simple, without any bling, without any extra stickers, it's just clean and stylish, and that's why I like it. Oh, and there aren't even status LEDs messing with the design, except for one bigger LED on the front edge that blinks and takes different colors when the laptop is in use, in sleep mode or charging. The ports are lined on the sides. On the left there's the PSU, the LAN adapter, the HDMI and mini display port, and two USBs. On the right there's the headset and microphone jack, a card reader and a Kensington lock. And while I certainly like the extra space on the right, I would have appreciated more an extra USB port and VGA output. All in all, the Dell XPS 14 is for sure one of the most stylish laptops out there, right next to the likes of HP's MV14 or the MacBook Pros. It does feel a bit massive with its 0.inch thick body and weighing about 4.7 pounds. It's for sure heavier than I'd like my Ultrabook to be. But there's a reason for all that, as you'll find out later in this clip. The Dell XPS 14 packs the classic XPS keyboard we've seen on this line for a while, with spacious and slightly concave keys and adjustable backlight. This keyboard is pretty good and will allow fast and accurate typing, but the shallow travel on the keys does not make it exactly the best out there. As for the trackpad, it is spacious and accurate, although its surface however is not as smooth as I'd want. It also offers support for a bunch of multi-touch gestures you don't usually get on Windows laptops, and they're actually working as intended. A good laptop nowadays should have a top-notch display, and unfortunately that's not really the case for the Dell XPS 14. Behind that sheet of Gorilla Glass lies a 400 nits 14-inch screen with 1600 by 900 pixels resolution. So everything would be alright if the viewing angles wouldn't be so narrow. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not awful, but I was certainly expecting a lot more from a computer in this class and price range. So yes, the screen isn't one of this laptop's greatest assets, but at least the device is decently snappy. Dell offers the XPS 14 in a bunch of different configurations, and my tested unit came with an Intel Ivy Bridge Core i5-3317U processor, 4GB of RAM, Nvidia 630M graphics with Optimus and hybrid storage. This allowed the Dell XPS 14 to fly during the everyday activities, but also handle more serious tasks like running video or photo editing software, HD multimedia content or even some games, although not really the latest titles. Still, do not forget there's only a ULV platform inside this laptop, so don't expect too much out of it or you might be disappointed. For more details on performances and some benchmark results, check out the written review on ultrabookreview.com. There's a link in the description below that will take you directly there. Like I said before, the Dell XPS 14 is not really a laptop meant for extremely complicated tasks. That's why it will become a little bit hot and noisy when pushed when rendering videos or running games, for instance. On the other hand, you'll hardly have any issues with temperatures or noise during the average daily use, and I'm sure that's what you'll use this laptop most for. Dell decided to fit a bigger than average 69 Wh battery inside the XPS 14, and this is why this laptop is a bit too chubby and heavy, but this also helps the laptop run for about 6 to 7 hours during daily use on a single charge, and this is better than most other Ultrabooks can offer right now. So there is a trade-off here, increased battery life for a slightly bulkier package, but that's one I am more than happy to take. As for the prices, the Dell XPS 14 will start at about $1,100 for the base configuration, which is pretty close to the one we've tested here. You can easily configure your own option on Dell's website, but adding extra options can easily see the prices skyrocketing, as some of the upgrades, like going for SSD storage or a Core i7 processor, are obscenely pricey. All in all, the Dell XPS 14 is an interesting laptop. Like most XPSs, build quality and aesthetics are some of its greatest assets, next to the comfortable keyboard and trackpad. And the battery life is something that sets this particular unit apart from most of the competitors. But then again, so does the price, and the screen is for sure something Dell should have taken better care of, as it's just not good enough for a laptop in this price range. However, I'm not really sure who's Dell trying to target with their 2012 XPS 14. This laptop is not really as portable as a 13.3-inch Ultrabook, but it doesn't offer a massive increase in performances either, and it's still built on an Intel ULV hardware platform. Thus, as a potential buyer, Dell makes you choose between their light XPS 13, their powerful XPS 15, and this one, that goes just in the middle, offering a trade-off between the two. But is this trade-off good enough to take? Well, that's up to you to decide, of course, but I for one feel that I'd rather go for either of the two other options, based on my needs, mobility or speed. Alright. That's it with this video review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to share it to your friends. If you have any questions about this laptop or any others, just post them below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Until next time, Mike out.